Hello everyone, welcome to the Concern Podcast, where we unpack political, social, economic and cultural stories shaping our world. I am Emmanuel Taban. Now today, I want to talk about something that is very important. In the recent few days, when you go through social media on Facebook, on X and so on, you will actually receive the feeling that maybe the country is being taken back to war. When you read posts that specific people post, and when you look at all these and verified pages on Facebook and so on, and the information they post, you probably think that maybe in the next few hours the country is going back to war. And sometimes I feel like treating all this information that I get on social media as false and baseless and rumors, but also something keep telling my instincts that in South Sudan there is no rumor. In fact, anything that you hear as a rumor in South Sudan will eventually come to a reality. And in the last few days, we have seen news, credible news coming out about attacks and counter-attacks on military bases, between confrontations between the South Sudan Liberation Army or the SSPDF and the South Sudan Liberation Army in opposition. You know, they've been attacking their barracks and just like giving out the claims that they're in control of these barracks, and again the other one comes out and no, we're the one in control. And it really gives us a very, very strong feeling that maybe the country is going back to war. And just on Saturday, I saw a video of a certain general, I think called Torgarang, who I think belongs to the SPLM-IO. And in that video, he was addressing the forces that belongs to their function, and that they are heading, or they want to come to Juba and do attacks on President Kiir's regime. And when I watched that video, I started thinking so much. And one of the things that came in my mind, I asked myself so many questions. How can the SPLM or the SPLa-IO start waging a war against President Kiir's regime when the leader that they are loyal to, who is Dr. Machar, is in detention under the current government that they seek to topple? And I have a belief that any attempt by the SPLA-IO to wage a war against President Kiir and his government could be a very, very dangerous move that will pose a threat to Machar's life, or it will simply be a betrayal on him. And I'll explain why. I know that majority of you may disagree with me because you believe that the SPLA-IO might not all be about Machar, and that the suffering that the South Sudanese are going through right now is worth fighting for than the life of Machar. And if there is any way that people can go and take out Kiir's government and they can go away with Machar, let it be. I know there's so many people who have that belief, but according to me, any plan by the SPLM-IO or the SPLA-IO to wage war against President Kiir's regime will put Machar's life in danger. We all know that right now Machar is under trial, he is under detention, he is under President Kiir, and is being supervised and everything by the government. So look at a situation where you want to fight President Kiir, you want to overthrow him, and your leader is under his detention. What if they use him as a bargaining chip? What if they started putting him and taking him as a hostage? I know Machar was not taken to detention from war front, so he could be treated as a hostage, but there is a possibility that if war breaks out between SPLa-IO and the SPLM or the SSPDF, there is a possibility of the government treating Machar as a hostage. There is a possibility. And I feel that any move by the SPLM-IO to attack Kiir and his regime might pose a danger on Machar's life. Some of you may say that this is a cowardice statement. Some of you might say that this is nonsense. But I want to tell you, when your leader is in the hands of the adversary, you don't have to continue fighting. You don't have to continue confronting the person who is holding him hostage. You don't have to do that. If there is anything that the SPLM or the SPLa-IO needs to do, is to strategize. This is a time where they need to restrain. They need to apply restraint. If they value the life of Machar, if they value the leadership of Machar, I don't think it is a wise move to start waging a war against Kiir's government. Politicians are ruthless, that's one thing. And anything can happen in politics. Anything can happen. You know, when someone is wielding power, there is a possibility that they don't think like humans. They become wild. They become desperate to protect their throne. And they are ready to do anything to protect their throne. So the fact that Machar is under the government, the fact that Machar is in detention and under Kiir, should let the SPLM-IO act in a very diplomatic manner in finding ways on how they can resolve issues. I know many people are tired of the issues that are happening in the country. I know many people want new government to be brought in. I know many soldiers are very tired of unpaid salaries. Their families are suffering. Their kids are not probably going to school. Their tuitions not paid. Their health bills not taken care of. But yes, I understand that. But there's also a way where that can be done. But I feel that picking arms, staging war with the intention of overthrowing Kiir's regime is a very dangerous move. And it will be a miscalculation by the SPLA-IO. And I think any SPLA-IO general or commander who values Machar's life, who values his leadership, will not make an attempt to proceed to Juba and start waging war against the government or the SSPDF with the intention of overthrowing Kiir's regime. Such an act is a betrayal for Machar, but also it puts his life in danger. Very, very, very dangerous move. That is my opinion about this. Before we close today's episode, here's a quick message from our sponsor, 1it.co. If you've been planning to build a website but the cost has been holding you back, 1it.co makes it affordable and stress-free this time around. Whether you are an individual, a non-profit organization, or a business, 1it.co designs professional websites starting from as cheap as $250 Individuals can actually launch with a starter website of up to 7 pages and a free email, or choose an advanced option with unlimited pages, a professional portfolio, and branding support. For non-profit organizations, they can select flexible packages from basic websites to premium solutions with e-commerce features and ongoing support. And for business companies, OneIt.co delivers company-ready website with hosting, staff training, and multilingual options and online stores. And the best part of it is actually that you can build your dream website within your budget. OneIt.co is an affordable, accessible, and professional partner. And to get started, you can actually visit OneIt.co or email them at info@oneit.co, or you can get in touch with them through their WhatsApp number at +1 226 504 3322. OneIt.co, proudly affiliated with Jobs to Apply. And if you're wondering of what I'm talking about, here are some samples of website created by OneIt.co. You can see them right here.